We are assembling the crib box card. Excuse me, I had a tickle in my throat. So with this one, it's important to start with, this would be like the sheet or the blanket in the baby bed, because it needs to go under the sheep and the blocks. So you want to make sure you put this on first. Now I might be changing my mind which one I want. So I'm going to look at it real quick, see which one I like. I think I'm going to stick with this. I'm just going to apply some glue here and then just center this between the two cut lines, but right up to the top edge. Okay. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna try to lightly hit the edges of this A so it shows up a little better. And I also want to, since this is cut out of the same pink, I want to try to give these edges a little more definition. There. We're just going to center each letter on its block. Just like that. And then we're going to glue them in place. I think I might use a piece of foam tape behind this one. There we are. And I'm going to put my lamb together. I'm going to do the front part of his little face with the pink. I'm going to go around the wool with the blue. So the black makes the feet and the eyes. And I think I might pop up his hair. Her hair, his hair. There. It's cute. And maybe the lamb as well. There we are. So that insert is done. That looks cute. Now the t-shirt. I should have probably used a pattern for that, but I'm going to give it just some color by inking the edges here. That helps. I'm going to glue this piece right in place. There we are. So that piece is simple. There's not much to it. Fold my tabs. Okay. Now for back piece. So bummer. I've cut this cute yellow star paper. Just give yourself a nice border. Now, be mindful of the sides because you want to put your decorative panels on this side, so you have to flip it over and then put your panels on because you want them on the outside of your card. You're just going to center that in there. There is also a full panel for the back. This is for you to write a sentiment on. And so you can go ahead and apply this if you want it. And actually, if your card is a light enough color, like this pink is light enough, you could write on it. But some people like the finishing look of having a panel to write on. So there it is. Okay, now flip it back over, and this is the front. So we're going to apply glue just to one side to start. And just take your time and line that up. Then we're going to put our inserts in. So this one's a little bit tricky because it lines up to the top, not the bottom. So you can just lay this piece in here and see how this blends in. This is why you want to choose a nice contrast color on your front panel, because otherwise you don't see it very well. So we're just going to line this up to the top of the card. That's what I'm doing here. We're going to push it into the side. I think I might turn it upside down so I can see what I'm doing. And we're just going to make sure we're right straight across this top edge. Okay. And then open it back up and put some glue here on your tab. Okay. I knew that was going to squish out. So now the next one, you also want to line it up there, and I'm putting it right here to the edge of the piece that it's behind. And then you're going to let your card slide shut. And now you have a nice contrast color here between your bed rails and your first piece. Okay, so you see how that works. This piece is going to slide when we close it, because you want it to be, you just want to lay it right there on top of that piece that it's in front of, okay? And then let it slide into place. But make sure it's straight. There we are. Push it against the side, get it stuck. And when we open it, our pieces are staggered. And we're going to apply glue to these two tabs. Fold this over and grab hold of them. Then we're just going to close this up. And if your card turns out like mine, obviously I did not have it lined up perfectly. Again, I rarely do. Then just trim that piece so that you can get it to close good both ways. Okay, that's the best way to remedy that, is to just trim that piece, the tab. Don't trim the edge of your card here. You can trim your tab, okay? That's, you know, and a lot of times it's the foam tape. So I think it's the foam tape here from this lamb that's throwing it off. And that happens, but if you wait to close it, then you can adjust whatever needs adjusting when you finish. And then you don't have all of this work into your card and it doesn't close right. So there is the crib box card. Thank you for joining me.